how so far Pakistani HEC is sensitive to these all developments? Are we making some reforms in our education system to cope with the growing international demands?
In Pakistan, higher education sector has invested huge resources on very innovative project in Pakistan. They are visible, and we have already done major work in this area to create an ecosystem so that our young generation, they should be comfortably working in that environment.
Federal government is continuously cutting down assistance and budget for higher education. Where do we stand right now?
Federal government is not cutting, basically. They have already capped it. Federation should not pull back its support because the federation is the responsible that the whole Pakistan should flourish, the whole Pakistan should develop. How nation grow, basically, they get good thing. Sometimes it is not that good. They have to survive. They have to learn lesson and keep on moving.
Why there is so much financial indiscipline visible in Pakistani institutions?
In every interview and they ask me what are the major challenges in Pakistan higher education, and they are expecting I will say it is money. I never said it is money. I said it is governance and quality. There is this publication, research is must. Universities are meant for three things: imparting knowledge, creation of knowledge, and integrating with society.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Hello and welcome to Program Insight in V News English. Dear viewers, higher education sector globally is going through transformation. There are important strategic developments not only in American highest seats of learning, but it is also happening in different parts of the world. The biggest challenge to education sector is the introduction and emergence of artificial intelligence. There used to be reports that the main focus in American universities and colleges was to get admission into business management education. But now there is a greater shift from business management education. Students are going into different fields, learning artificial intelligence, cybersecurity, and some of the new subjects. That has completely changed the educational landscapes. And in Pakistan too, right? Pakistan is struggling to cope with international education standards. Where Pakistan stands right now in terms of higher education, why we are more focusing on higher education at a time when 2.5 crore school children are out of schools. These are school children that we call that they were supposed to be in schools. This was our assessment by United Nations. Why we are focusing on higher education and ignoring the primary education in Pakistan? What are the challenges for Pakistan in higher education and an overall education sector? To discuss this all, we are fortunate to have with us one of the seasoned, renowned, experienced educationists, Federal Minister, Chairman, Higher Education Commission, Dr. Mukhtar Ahmed Saab. Dr. Saab, very warm welcome to Program Insight in V News English. We'll start from whatever is happening in United States of America. First, I would like to seek your brief comments about this decision by Trump administration to abolish Department of Education. In a country like United States, we quote its education, its quality, its education outreach, its strategies, but they have abolished Department of Education. So is it going to have negative impact on education system, on secondary and higher school education system in the United States?
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Thank you, Mateen bhai. Bahut shukriya. I think there are many things happening in United States. The world has to understand first why they are happening. They are doing
geopolitical, geostrategic, so many developments.
So many things. Relationship with their neighboring country, decision which under any dynamics or any standard, it is very difficult to justify those things. But that is their own business, basically. We should focus on our part. Closure of education department
is a significant development.
Of course, it is a significant. Now, two things I think Trump administration did recently. One was the closure of USAID, and the second thing, this one, which is of course closure of USAID is having impact not only in Pakistan but the rest of the world also. And closure of the school system in the US system is basically telling you the trend in future. Basically, it is not going to be bookish education. It is going to be
Set the trends.
It is set because they are already ahead of country like us, maybe 50, 60, or even 100 years ahead of us in technology, in education, and so many things. So maybe that is an indication that what is going to happen in future. It is not going to be conventional school classroom education, especially at undergraduate level. Even before that, our education system and their education system, there was a huge difference. And I believe till the age of 8 year or 10 years, they were not giving books or they are not giving any homework for the students. In our system, it is the heavy bag they are carrying the kids in the school and
flooded with homework
and the memorization of the things, making them the talking parrot basically. So their approach is totally different. Not only US but rest of the world also. That they are creating the mind basically, developing your mind to be creative enough, to ask questions, to
cope with new challenges.
New challenges basically, where we are just teaching even at the university level sometime, that whatever I have given you, this is you have to memorize basically. So I cannot comment at the moment what is going to have the impact of the closure of school system in US. Of course, it might be depend on what is in their mind, whether they are putting this pressure, kind of giving this responsibility to respective states, that they should have their own school system and they should develop their youth, and they want to focus on high-end technology and these type of things. But of course, we have impact of this USAID, closure of USAID.
This is what my immediate next question is, that in Pakistan, there used to be hundreds of scholarships for underprivileged students to pursue education in Pakistani universities with the help of USAID scholarship. So after this suspension, what is the latest assessment? Has its negative impact on students who wanted to get higher education with the US aid-funded scholarship?
Basically, there are two streams in Pakistan. We are working with the US government. One is, of course, through USAID support.
True.
And second is the Fulbright scholarship scheme, which is a state-sponsored.
Exactly.
Alhamdulillah, so far that is
Fulbright is intact,
and where Pakistan government is also putting resources, so it is still going on. As far as the USAID is concerned, we have done many projects with USAID. They have helped us a lot in different projects. The last one was the need-based scholarship scheme, which was, of course, the needy student. It was a very big project. Last so many years we are doing those projects. But in 2022, when this flood affected Pakistan very badly, especially Balochistan, some part of Sindh, southern Punjab and those areas, so there was some saving in that project with the USAID, and we negotiated with the USAID team here in Pakistan and, of course, in Washington. And we were able to convince them that they should put some resources for those flood-affected area. And they were kind enough. They allowed us 500 scholarship in this flood-affected area. 500 scholarship. So, unfortunately, 300 people are still in the pipeline. They are studying. Now, yes, because it was recouping the money. It was not lump sum money with us. It was coming from every month from State Department. So now it is closed basically. So we are having little problem of managing those 300 students. Their liabilities are already created for this semester. And we are working with different government department and especially provincial government also. If we can, of course, we have to protect those 300 students which are already in the system. That is our responsibility. But how to do it, we are working with different, negotiating with different people. Roughly 200 plus million is the liability at the moment. Hopefully, it will be managed. We were expecting some new projects, so that will be a negative impact. So luckily, in Pakistan, we have the minimum impact of this closure.
Dr. Saab, as you mentioned that there are strategic changes to the education sector world over. Not only the United States focuses now to focus brains on generating ideas, futuristic approaches and things like that. So as a chairman of Higher Education Commission, are we following some of the major progressive policies and changes in the education sector? You have seen also in the Gulf region, particularly in United Arab Emirates and other Arab nations, they're also making significant changes in their education policies in order to cope with the major demands and requisites of the world. So how so far Pakistani HEC is sensitive to these all developments? Are we making some reforms in our education system to cope with the growing international demands?
We are always a reaction nation, basically. We react, not proactively.
Reaction nation.
Reaction nation, yeah. We react, basically. But luckily, in the education sector, and I'm very pleased to share with you that, alhamdulillah, in Pakistan, our different department, ministries, especially who are focusing on education and IT and technology thing, the government is very sensitive about these things. Prime Minister himself, every week, he's taking a lot of chairing the meetings, group meeting, and giving direction that we have to cope up with the rest of the world. Like you said in intro, basically, the new emerging technologies which have challenged everybody in the world, especially AI, blockchain technologies, and you name it, cloud
affecting
computing,
every field.
Everything they are impacting. And it is more toward machine kind of doing intelligent work for you. But of course, people do get worried that a lot of jobs will be abolished, yes, but there will be new emerging challenging job available. So it is up to us that how quickly we can adapt ourselves, how we can quickly adopt the changing thing in the world. So this is, of course, a big challenge, at the same time a big opportunity for us, especially because a country like Pakistan, which is blessed with the young people, and they are very dynamic, they are very smart, they quickly adopt those changes. And it's provided we provide them, they give them the ecosystem, we give them the tool, the opportunity that they should get themselves trained in this changing environment. After saying this thing, let me share with you that in Pakistan, higher education sector has invested a huge resources on very innovative project in Pakistan, which is in almost in the completion phase. Inshallah, very soon we'll be sharing those information with you. We have set up 2 big data center in Pakistan, one of big data center. One in Lahore, one in Karachi.
It's in near completion?
Almost completed. They are already operational. And it is hybrid cloud computing kind of thing, facilities available. It is going to provide opportunity to our young people, researchers, scientists, and even all departments that they can have those resources available for to have computing power in Pakistan. With supercomputer type of facilities available here, totally linked with AI-based tools available here, and state-of-the-art facilities are available. We are also giving equipments to our universities, so they should also kind of create environment for our young people so that they should get training in those tools where they have to work in future. I think 6 years back in Planning Commission, at that time, Asar Iqbal Sahab, the minister, he brought this idea we need to focus on these emerging technology, and we established first Center of Excellence in AI in NUS University, and mashallah, it is flourishing.
It is
already operational, working will last so many years. And similarly, a few other emerging technologies from nanotechnology, even cloud computing, so many different emerging technology. We have already established few center of excellence. We have created cluster that I will share with you. Yesterday, I was having a video conference with our Turkish counterpart, the Council of Higher Education. The president of that council, which is at par with like HEC and the government of Turkey, and he was with his team along with top 5-6 Turkish universities. From Pakistan side, we also invited few top universities from NUS, LUMS, Quaid-e-Azam University, Punjab University, New Tech, ComStat, and similarly other institutions we invited them. And there was a more than 2-hour discussion that how we can collaborate. And the first thing we decided was, he was also having this kind of facing challenge that, this AI has put a lot of pressure on us. So they established a think tank, basically, task force, I should say, so
examine
this, what is happening around the world, and also to create a policy document for the country level so that they should have clear direction for the Our government has also already done these type of Ministry of IT is already working on it. But we decided yesterday that Pakistan and Turkey are together, they will jointly create a task force which will work on this thing. And it is not going to help Pakistan and Turkey, but it is also going to provide support to OIC headquarters, so that they should also take it and work with their bodies like ISESCO and other people, and we can create some kind of document so that it can help our institution in this part of the world, how they are going to cope up with the changes environment in the future. Because this is fact that things are not going to be as usual. And the changes...
Things are ultimately going to be changed.
Not ultimately, they are already changed.
They are already changed.
Because the speed is important. It used to be...
Speed is important.
Yes, it used to be, initially we were listening that this thing came, and then 100 years after 100 years, new thing will come. And then after next 100 years, new technology will be coming. Now it is a matter of days. Now even not days, basically.
Not centuries.
Of course, days, basically. Even hours, basically, things are changing. And the way we used to give education, we used to assess, we used to understand things, it is totally going to change. And even the way people were doing the business, it is going to change. I'm not trying to scare people, but we need to be ready.
Sensitize them that these are the ground
reality. We have to accept it, and let's try to, as they say, change as the environment change, basically. So we have to readjust. Alhamdulillah, our country is sensitive, our people, our decision maker, they are already working on these lines. And in HEC higher education level also, as I told you, that we have invested huge resources, around $70-80 million on this new ecosystem for whole Pakistan, where people are going to...
$70-80 million. On which system?
This ecosystem, I told you. Data center and so many other things. ERP solution we are giving to universities, and we are also bringing the blockchain technology and etc. etc. So all those buzzwords which we are hearing in those nowadays...
Are now visible.
They are visible, and we have already done major work in this area to create an ecosystem so that our young generation, they should be comfortably working in that environment.
Dr. Saab, you said that there are changings that are now taking place, not expected. So keeping in view these all challenges, Pakistani students are still far behind career counseling. There is no proper mechanism or system in universities to provide career counseling. Even there is no career counseling at home, then at college level. After a scholar completes PhD, then he realizes that entire approach or career was wrong, and then they get stipend from Higher Education Commission. So career counseling is one of the most important thing. Your thoughts on that? How it could be done? How students could be taught that these are the emerging disciplines on which you need to focus, and there will be opportunities in that particular field. So career counseling.
I will not agree on one initial part of your comments that our students are far behind from the rest of the world. It is not like that.
It is not?
It is not. At my time when I was studying, or even when you were started studying, at that time, maybe there was a requirement of career counseling and for some guideline. Now this mobile is your tutor.
Everything is in it.
Your guide. It can teach you better than so many teachers like at our
traditional
system. So first thing is, yes, the counseling is important. And by the way, in so many universities, we are having the counseling. They have the counseling mechanism. They have the office of counseling office for the student providing guide. Practically, previously in our system, it was a peer pressure or family pressure.
That please adopt this field.
No, you will be doctor, you will be engineer, you will become pilot. That's it. Parents were deciding, uncle was deciding, aunt was deciding, or the peer pressure. You have seen one Mateen by going to this field, everybody will follow it. Now our kids are smart, mashallah, and they tell our parents, forget about this, we know where to go.
Where to go.
So this is a good thing. And by the way, this AI is also shifting toward personalized tutor type of thing. The machine is going to teach. And machine will assess the where you have the weakness, and that the machine will focus to reiterate you again and again to that area so that you should be getting maximum knowledge. So this is the way this counseling part and other things are also now machine depending, becoming more and more machine depending rather than individual. But still, this is important. I agree with you. And yet, universities have student offices where they have the counselor, they have the handholder, basically the mentor, basically in our system, education system. The mentoring is basically the essential component in our many universities. The universities which are at the higher level, they are offering these services. And this is also important, I agree.
So share your thoughts, keeping in view budgetary constraint. We have seen in last couple of years that federal government is continuously cutting down assistance and budget for higher education. Where do we stand right now? Are you happy and satisfied with the budgetary allocation?
We should not be satisfied. We should always strive for better and better. But it is federal government is not cutting, basically. They have already capped it.
They have already capped it.
Capped it in the 17-18 budget, what was our recurring operation budget. They have capped it at that level. The reason being this, according to federal government, it is after 18 amendment, it is a responsibility of provincial government.
True.
They should put in their resources for their provincial universities at least. But my assessment, not my point here, my stance is here that federation should not pull back its support. Because the federation is the responsible that the whole Pakistan should flourish, the whole Pakistan should develop. Maybe patching grant, maybe some incentivization to our provincial government that if you will put some resources, we will add you so that the whole Pakistan should grow.
True.
Because I very strongly believe that unless every student and every young person is getting equal opportunity, Pakistan cannot develop properly. If half of the Pakistan is developed, half is still it is not good. If one part is not developed and remaining are developed, it is not good. Unless we are all developed, this whole Pakistan will be developed, inshallah. So we are trying hard, and government is taking it serious. And now we are interacting with the provincial government also to make a system there that students should. Prime Minister Sahab today was inaugurating this youth hub, and he promised that I will do anything to support our young people, to provide them resources for education, to provide them opportunity that they should learn latest techniques, and they should get those skills, basically.
True.
So I am very optimistic. I'm not complaining, but yes, there were pressure. You rightly said last couple of years, due to many reasons in Pakistan, financial issues, terrorism, inflation,
the other
challenges, political instability, and all those things have added up this challenge. But this is how nation grow, basically. They get good things. Sometimes it is not that good. They have to survive. They have to learn lesson and keep on moving.
Doctors, children from lower income groups, they have their high dreams and desires to get higher education. As you said, they're in different disciplines and different fields. But cost of education is going high. When, of course, you were in university and college, and it was few hundred rupees only. But now it is a huge fee, and after every year, perhaps universities are revising their fee structure. So in this era, when universities are continuously revising their fee, they do not have sufficient funds being given by Higher Education Commission. How it will be possible for a common man, children, to fulfill the dream of getting higher education in Pakistan?
One thing need to be understood by all of us. They are our kids. We have to educate them.
We have to educate them.
Yes.
What come may.
What come may. True. Even we can reduce our food intake. We can
no compromise on education,
but not a compromise on two basic things, three basic things. Education, health, and of course national security. These 2-3 things are very important. Now other things, of course, climate changing, linked with those things, so many different things. My belief is when you have given me example when I was studying. At that time, school fees was 25 paisa.
25 paisa, school
fees per month.
Public school, government control.
That was the pride of getting admission in public school or college at that time.
Because of the quality of education.
And the earning capacity of the people. People were getting few hundred salaries. Things are changed. We want the same fee, but we are getting 100,000, 200,000, 500,000. So we have to be realistic, basically.
Income is also
Income
increased.
wise, so 100 folds they have increased. Number two, we are willing to pay 40, 50,000 per month to those English medium schools. But we are not willing to pay 20,000, 30,000, 40,000 in university education. Again, we have to ask question to ourselves. My point is, yes, state has to put in some resources. Especially higher education is an expensive proposition. It is not free. And if it is free, it has no value.
True.
Right? So it is a choices. But what I have seen in my life and during my whole 40-year, Bharat, the last 40 years, my only career, I was in education, nothing else. I know nothing else than the teaching and those type of things. People do get opportunity. If you have the guts, you will get scholarship. We have created in humble way a system, even in public sector and private sector also. They are bound that they should at least minimum put 10% for those students who qualify admission and they are on merit in the university system. But if they cannot afford, the university is responsible to provide them opportunity. Similarly, in public sector. So many opportunity, like in beginning we were talking about USAID. We got support from our friends. JICA help us, Japan
Canadians,
help us,
Chinese,
JICA,
Europeans.
Germany help us, French government help us. USAID was the biggest support need-based scholarship scheme, and so many other friends. And similarly, philanthropists. And by the way, in Pakistan, this is one of those countries where you have the maximum, highest level of charity system.
True.
So I always request that this is the best way to spend money in education. Spend money on health sector, health, education and health. Your nation will stand up in their feet and the future will be safe, inshallah. But again, coming back to your point that it is our responsibility, parents, society,
teachers,
government, everybody has to contribute to make sure that our young people are getting better opportunity and they are getting better education.
Dr. Another point is frequently raised at academia level, at researchers, at policy makers level, that our education institutions are not generating knowledge. So there is still a traditional system, as you mentioned, that so-and-so chapter be memorized, and it is still happening in Pakistani universities at BS level, at MS
Mateen
level.
Bhai,
so why so?
Mateen Bhai, I can tell you.
Generation of knowledge.
Yes, it is everywhere, not only Pakistan. And by the way, we cannot generalize this statement in any country, including Pakistan. We have very good institutions which create knowledge, which provide better opportunity, and they are not less than any country in the world as far as the undergraduate class education is concerned. And we have the average institution and we have some bad institution. That I agree with you. But we cannot generalize that in Pakistan, we don't give knowledge, we don't create knowledge. We do give. We have so many good institutions. And you have also visited many institutions. MashaAllah, you see, I very openly and discuss with the people when they say, we want to send our kids abroad for education. And I say, at what level? They said, bachelor. I said, please don't. Why you are wasting money? You get very good education in Pakistan. We have very good
bachelor level.
At bachelor level. Yes, we have challenge at the higher level, PhD level. We don't have that much kind of expertise or the ecosystem where we should get that level of education, like in the US system, in Germany and other places. We are going toward that, but it will take some time to reach there. And if somebody is spending some money, they better spend at that level rather than spending at undergraduate level. If people have huge amount of resources with them, they have choice, they can go anywhere and enjoy life. But my advice to parents will be, for God's sake, don't waste money for undergraduate level. In Pakistan, we have very good institution where you can get very good undergraduate education. And of course, if you have resources, use them for better higher education or type of education.
Dr. Sahab, off and on you chair meetings with Pakistani rectors and vice chancellors of public sector universities, and you said
private sector.
Exactly, private sector too. And you already said that it's a provincial subject, but you remain a national regulator. So why Pakistani universities, despite the fact that there is a huge enrollment, huge desire on the part of youth to get admission, but yet Pakistani universities are in financial crisis. Why there is so much financial indiscipline visible in Pakistani institutions?
That is a very good question, and it is multi-dimensional issue.
Multi-dimensional issue.
Yeah. I agree with you, the bad governance, I should say. In every interview and they ask me what are the major challenges in Pakistan higher education, and they are expecting I will say it is money. I never said it is money. I said it is governance and quality.
Discipline, governance, quality, capacity.
These are two major factors which are affecting our higher education sector. And unfortunately, at our university level, most of the university you go and you will see a chemistry teacher is heading the finance department. A professor, temporary basis, they are putting anybody in the finance management of financial matter.
Who doesn't know ABC of finance?
So basically, that is the fault. Right person at the right job. So this is one issue. The second thing is that unfortunately, especially public sector universities, we have taken them as an employment exchange, basically. In public sector university, the formula we have given to our university is 1:1.5 maximum. Teacher versus sports staff.
Teacher versus sports staff.
The ratio should be 1 versus 1 or 1.5 maximum, max level. I can give you many examples of university where we have 1:6, 1:7, 1:9 basically. They have given so much employability to people under pressures, under whatever reason, which has created a huge liability for government, for the institution, and it is becoming difficult to manage the financially. The major impact at the moment, and days to come, Allah protect us, that is the thing which is going to shake us is going to be the management of pension funds. Even whatever
it is going to be a serious challenge.
It is already becoming a serious challenge for whole country, basically. Universities were supposed to create the pension fund because they are autonomous body. Some university created, but when it is coming hodacism, the temporary vice chancellor, acting vice chancellor, something like that. So those vice chancellor, anytime there is a pressure, they cannot sustain pressure, they exhaust those pension fund also. Now the biggest challenge we are going to face in days to come is going to be pension fund. True. And that is the reason that we are hearing a lot of this hue and cry that universities are not having proper resources. When whatever money government is giving them grant in aid.
True.
Some university, that amount which they are getting from government, which is of course huge, 65 million rupees we are giving to all our public universities, federal and provincial also. Some universities are utilizing 40 to 50% for pension giving. So it doesn't matter if you will double that allocation, still they will be suffering because they have that big liability which they have not managed properly. True. So these are, of course, this is one issue. Second thing is, of course, responsibility. Who is going to pay it? They should be paying it. The third thing is, of course, the financial pressure due to inflation, due to heavy cost of energy and other things. So that is that is what I said. This is a complex, multi-dimensional issue, but we have to sort it out basically.
Doctor, in some of the disciplines and subjects which are professional one, like law, like business administration, mass communication, and similarly many other disciplines which needs that these disciplines be taught by the professionals from the field. Like in the law, you might be having an ex-judge of an apex court who might be sharing his experience. Similarly, in mass communication, media professionals, law, mass communication, computer.
And we encourage that.
So the question is specifically, there was a term introduced, professor of practice.
We did it.
That along with the PhDs, there should be a significant portion of such experience-rich people.
No, this is the idea which was conceived with the discussion with our vice chancellor at HEC level, and we allowed that they can have, because so many experience, like a person like you, mashallah, you have so many years of experience in media. Now a PhD cannot, a degree is not making you kind of giving guarantee that you will be delivering at your level lectures in university level. So we always encourage our universities and we have given them this opportunity
to have experts.
They can bring the experts. Of course, they cannot qualify for this professional trail of this. This much number of experience, this much this degree, there many publications to become associate professor, then professor. And so what to do then? This is nothing we have created ourselves. It is in the rest of the world. So we created this separate domain where people can be given a title of professor in practice, and they will be allowed to teach in the university system at even PhD level. So this is already happening in Pakistan. It is already in practice.
So traditional professors, they are quite concerned about publication of their research journals. Some of the research journals are beyond their access. Some of the research journals are not recognized by HEC. Do you think in the future, these all criteria that in order to get promotion, publication of research journals in so and so category journal is must? So are you going to address this?
On a lighter note, a person, young research associate or teaching assistant or lecturer joining a university, so they want that they should quickly get their position of professor, then dean and vice chancellor, finish it.
Finish it.
Right?
Really? It is an approach by a youngster?
I think we are also seriously thinking whether we in Pakistani system, in 15 years, maximum people are professor.
In 15 years?
Unless the university is not giving them opportunity to grow. Otherwise, nobody can stop them. Now, the system which we follow, or we give always examples, this is happening in West, this is happening in US.
We quote Western example.
In my age, even in US system, in UK system, there are senior lecturer. And they have no problem. They are happy because they are
of this level of you.
My age level.
They are senior lecturer.
They are senior lecturer.
Why it is so?
Because they don't worry about position. They worried about their work and they focus on whatever they are doing. I always use a word, yaar, सीखो, they are दरवेश हैं वहाँ के professor. हम उस्तादी पे लगे हुए हैं. ठीक है?
I've seen also with one of my friend in Australia who was journalist and this teacher, and his position was written same like senior lecturer.
Senior lecturer. Or assistant professor. No people mind it. For us, we will die for this thing.
Title is must.
I need to get title. I
need to
dean,
associate
position,
professor,
administration,
head of department,
control freak basically. Yeah? So there is this publication or research is must. Because universities are meant for three things: imparting knowledge, creation of knowledge, and integrating with society.
Wow, beautiful.
And creation of knowledge is how even qualify this is creation. The one thing is, of course, publication. Your publication, your books, and these type of things. Now, Pakistan, we have huge population. Whenever there is opportunity, we try to follow everybody and they break this opportunity basically. We have created journals. We have caught recently small group of people. They are publishing 40 journals. 2-3 people,
2-3 people?
Yeah.
It was a bad practice?
Yeah, of course. This is a business. It's become business. So that is why they are not good journal and why to allow them to publish, basically. Similarly,
getting the papers of teachers?
Getting money.
I see, getting money.
Money and publishing them. So we have hundreds of these type of journal cases. We have closed those journals, basically. Your question was that it is difficult to publish at that level. Yes, you have to produce
quality journals.
You have to produce that quality. You will be getting your paper published there. And even in Pakistan, in science, nature is highest level. Very difficult to get publication. But I know people in Kohat University. I know in remotest university they are publishing there because their work is quality work. They publish there. Yeah. There is one issue. Yes, these social science publication where the narrative building, like we always, our people will like to write on Kashmir issue, another issue, what is happening in Gaza. But the Western journals, they don't publish thing which is not in line with their narrative.
Policies.
So there we have this difficulty and we are encouraging our local journals to rise their quality so that they should get those things published in Pakistani journal. It is a trade-off. Basically, you have to work hard, you have to give quality, you have to get publication in everywhere. Except this narrative part where you are, your thesis or your publication is not in line with their kind of narratives.
We are moving close to the time. Professional ethics, characteristics, character values, these all things
missing.
are going
These are
down,
missing.
So we are only focusing on these paper degrees and things.
No,
What could be done in order to promote healthy values, professional ethics, and which the graduates may practice in a practical field?
This is, I should say, the biggest issue. We do have very good engineer, doctor, businessmen, law graduates,
Sense values.
media people coming out
No
of business.
ethics.
Very good. But where are the good people? Where are the good human beings? That is the challenge. Taaleem hai, tarbiyat ka masla.
This is what the point is exactly.
Now here, who is responsible for tarbiyat? Everybody. Starting from parents, to your relative, to imam, to ustad, to school teacher.
The religious teacher.
Everybody is responsible. You know, people do talk on media even that our youth is going in right direction, wrong direction. They are not ethically, they are becoming weak. They are talking some stupid thing, etc., etc., etc. I don't blame them. It is not their mistake.
It is not their mistake.
It is our mistake. If I was a good father, I should have given time to my kids. The space which parents should give to their...
that is missing.
That is missing. Parents think we are giving good money, good clothes,
quality of
life, car, laptop, mobile. What else they want? They need time. Right? Similarly, Imam. He was supposed to give good religious and other ethical basis to our youth. He is just scaring them कि पुलसरात ऐसा होगा, बाल से पतला होगा, नीचे आग जल रही होगी. So you are getting them away from yourself. The teacher, myself, you know, I have 40-year plus experience of teaching. Our focus was always, every teacher basically, you are also a teacher basically, that I have to finish my coursework. 20 slide at least, 50 slide at least, I have to show to my student.
True.
Who will tell them what is right or wrong? What are the ethical things? What are the bases of good human being? So I believe strongly this is all our responsibility. We have to take our responsibility and we need to correct whatever have gone wrong.
True.
That is the way forward.
Last one sentence, future of education in Pakistan.
Bright.
Bright.
Provided if we own it.
If we own it, thank you so much. That the future of education in Pakistan is bright and we need to focus on our kids. We need to give time to our kids, to younger generation. And most important thing is generation of knowledge, sensitizing them about professional ethics, values, and these all things along with the traditional education. Thank you so much once again.
Thank you.
Despite your very extremely busy schedule, you spared time and participated in our discussion. And I hope, dear viewers, and particularly the youth and the young viewers, they will definitely get benefit of this highly vibrant discussion on the state of education in Pakistan and world over. Dear viewers, till our next program, goodbye and Allah Hafiz.